to my YouTube channel. As I have said, I'm trying to do a few vlogs here to kind of get in practice before Vlogmas. So, welcome back to another vlog. Today it's a little bit fun. My husband's watching the kids. I have to run to the grocery store to get some eggs. But before I do that, I'm actually going to be stopping by a bookstore in town. And this is a kind of fun one because never heard of this type of a bookstore before, but it is specifically marketed as like a romance bookstore. So I've been wanting to pop in there for months, but it's not really the thing that I want to do with little kids tagging along. So I realized that since I had to run to the store today to do groceries and get some eggs and whatnot, I could do that quickly, and that would be really fun. So that is what I'm getting ready to do. We'll see what it looks like in there. Okay. I popped into the store and there was definitely a lot of kind of what I expected there to be of not my type of romance books. But I did end up grabbing, they had a used book section and I found this one. Can't tell on my phone if it's flipping things around, so if it is, sorry. It's Strawberry Lane by Jody Thomas, and it sounded really cute. If it's not flipping it around, you can pause it and read it, but if it is, again, sorry. And so it was like $4, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to support the bookshop because I love bookshops. So now I just have to make sure I read it. Like that was my bargain with myself. If I buy it, I have to read it. So hopefully I'll get to that in a bit. But now I'm at Walmart. I've got to do some returns and drop off some Walmart bags and take a peek at the fabric because one must do what one must. And I need to get eggs. Cannot forget to get eggs because that's the whole reason I'm here. loves, we are back to a Monday. Yeah, it's just, we had a very, very lovely weekend. The weather was gorgeous and, oh, I'm tired again. Someday I feel like I'll stop talking about being tired, but I wouldn't anticipate that happening at any time soon. The boys are down, they're napping, they're sleeping. It's beautifully. I just filmed a little snippet about this book that I was able to get to as, I got it for free in exchange for a review, and I'm very, very excited about it. So I'm filming a video for that for my book channel. So once that's up, I'll try and update this video with a link, but it's probably going to be a little bit before I get that up. I have, as you can see, a mountain of laundry to fold. I think it's like 3 or 4 loads, but I thought I'd quickly update you and show you a little bit of knitting that I'm working on. I've got these fingerless mitts on the go for my husband, making all the, it's so boring. It's just black yarn. You can't even hardly see anything. I am slowly working on the, what's the word? Like thumb increases? Yeah. So that's very slowly happening. I'm knitting it on US size 1.5 or 2.5 millimeter needles. Magic loop, as you can probably tell. And just kind of trying to work away on this. I realize I'm going to put a pause on working on my husband's cardigan because there's absolutely no way that is getting done in a week. But if I really try and focus on these fingerless mitts, I think I can get them done in a week. I didn't work on them like at all over the weekend because my husband was home, and I knitted on the socks over the weekend while he, the previous weekend while he was home, because he doesn't really pay too much attention to that. But I think if you saw me knitting all black yarn, and I have mentioned fingerless gloves to him because I was asking him, you know, if hypothetically I was making them for you, winky wink, would you want them to have the separate fingers? And he was like, yes. So I think if you saw me working with the black yarn, he would be a little suspicious. So I'm hoping that I can like properly surprise him. So I'm going to work on that. I am going to fold some laundry. I'm going to work on editing one of my other vlogs. It's a long one. Like, I didn't realize it. It's almost an hour long of a vlog. So I was not intending for these vlogs to be that long, but I got chatty. So that's what happened. Yeah, so laundry folding. I'm going to drink a little bit of tea and work on editing, and I don't think I'm going to work on editing the whole time the boys are napping because I really want to just relax and watch some more Shauna Stitches and her vlog series from Tour de Fleece from 2023 of her drop spindling, because it's just so interesting to me right now. So I think I'll probably try and set a timer or something and work on this for like 20-30 minutes maybe, and then I won't be done by then. I'm telling you, it's like 51 minutes and I'm only 10 minutes in on editing it. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and get this laundry knocked out so I don't have to think about it, and then I can get it put away once the boys are up. But yeah, we've been having a pretty good day. Nothing too much happening. We called and chatted to my mom this morning, which was lovely, for my mom and sister. And the boys ran around and played. We had already did an Aldi trip because we had to get a few more groceries, and yeah, just a busy, normal Monday. Which I'm not going to complain about. I love a boring, ordinary day. It's just the best. friends, happy Tuesday. Just a quick little update here. I have decided that I'm actually going to be swapping which pattern I use for the fingerless gloves. You can't really see any of the details in this lighting with black yarn, but I'd gotten this far on these and I don't love them. I was reading through the rest of the pattern and I just didn't really care for the way that it was having me do it and stuff, and where it was putting the increases on the hand. And I've also really, I haven't even finished the increases I didn't gauge swatch, so this could be a gauge issue rather than a pattern issue, but there is so much room in here. It is so loose, and I know my husband's gonna want them snugger. I would want them snugger. So I'm actually switching patterns. I'm gonna frog this and recast on. I'm going to use Pearl Soho's very classic gloves. And I'm going to go down, I think probably the smallest of the next to smallest size, I think is what I'm gonna end up doing. And go for that instead. And I think it'll go faster. I'm going to switch and go from a US 1.5 to my US size 1 2.25 millimeter needles on DPNs. And I think I'm going to try that and see how that is looking, because I'm not happy with this. It's just, yeah, it's too loose, and I would rather have something that's got a ribbing for the cuff and then stockinette and then maybe ribbing for the fingers. So I thought I'd touch base with you on that. We've had kind of a funny morning and just some stuff going on with my family. But the boys are doing great. We had a wonderful time playing outside. We're supposed to get some rainstorms later today, so I was trying to get them outside as much as possible this morning. And it's just a perfect, blustery November day, but in the 70s. It's supposed to rain and then the temperatures will drop, but it's just beautiful. There were leaves blowing everywhere. It was lovely. I was a little bit stressed mentally, but just everything else was beautiful. So, yeah. I'm going to work on that a little bit, and I'm also going to work on my huli blanket. I've been working on this over the weekend when my husband's here, but now I'm at the point where I just want to get it done. Because it's I can see the end in sight, and so I'm like, ooh, if I just work a little bit more and a little bit more. I'm almost done with my 6th stripe here on the blanket. And then I don't know if you've watched my podcast or my other vlog or whatever. I mentioned that I have one strip that's just separate when I was figuring out how the blanket worked. And my plan is to mattress stitch that to this side. So then I'll have 7 strips done. So that means I'll only have 2 strips done before the following the pattern. And it is a smaller blanket, but my thinking is this is going to be perfect for either a stroller or a car seat blanket. It's going to be amazing. So I'm really, really happy with it. It's not something I'll probably knit again anytime soon, but I am enjoying working on it. If I were to knit it again, I think I would do much fatter stripes. So it's a little bit, I don't know, so it grows a little bit faster maybe, in width-wise. But yeah, I'm really loving the look of it. So I'm gonna keep working on that and frog and recast on those fingerless gloves and try and get a good chunk of progress going with those. And I think if I shift to the DPNs, it is gonna go faster, because that's how I knit all of my socks. So I'm relatively quick knitting with that. And then I'm watching a little bit of Shauna Stitches. I finished her 2023 Tour de Fleece, so now I'm going to her 2024 Tour de Fleece because I am just, I'm so interested. Once I finish her Tour de Fleece videos, I'm going to go and watch Kirsty from Kirsty Knits, and so she has at least one spinning video for Tour de Fleece, so I'm going to watch that one. Yeah, I'm loving seeing the whole process and the gorgeous yarns that Shauna's making with her different fleeces or fibers. It's just dangerous. I want to go get all the fiber now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna try and not let my toddler sleep quite as long today, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a shorter off time. his sleep is all wonky. He's been staying up until like 10 p.m. at night, and then, well, like we put him in bed, but he's awake. Like he's still awake until like 10. And then he's getting up at like 6 a.m. in the morning. And so his sleep is just wonky. That's like 8 hours maybe. And he's supposed to be getting between 10 to 13 for his age. And so that's just not enough sleep. So I'm going to try and see if maybe if I have him sleep a little bit less today, if that'll do anything, because if he doesn't nap, then he is up and down in the night and it's awful. It's bad. He needs to nap because otherwise it messes with his nighttime sleep. But then also I feel like he's napping a little bit too long, and so then he's staying up. So it's sleep in this household. Great. But anyway, I'm going to get started while I have time. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. So I have a little update on my fingerless gloves. I'm changing plans again. I just don't like working this Cascade 220 yarn. It's a 2-ply. It's super thin. It's black. I don't love working it. I don't know. I'm torn because I'm like, I only have a few days left. I have less than a week now to get these fingerless mitts done before my husband's birthday. I was gonna pivot and use this yarn, which is some yarn I bought 3-ish years ago, and it's maybe the fiber company Amble. Something like that. It's a beautiful yarn. It's a blend of like 2 or 3 different fibers. There might be some alpaca in here or something. I knit my husband a pair of socks out of this, but like, look at the variance in the color. It's just so fun. I was thinking about switching to that, but now I'm like looking at this and I'm like, I did this much work on this tiny, tiny, thin little 2-ply yarn. Why did I do this to myself? I'm just not loving it. I'm not loving the process. I'm having to like make myself work on these. I know my husband will love it when they're done, but like realistically, this is probably all the cuff that he needs, because this is not for going out in his coat out in the cold. This is for when he is video gaming on his computer and his hands turn into little ice bricks. Like, it's insane. I don't know how the man survives, but it does. Something that's probably all the cuff that it needs. So I can go ahead and move to the next step. I had my decision made, and now I'm looking at it and thinking that it would be a waste to rip all of this out again. I'm really, really not loving working on this yarn with these needles. The yarn's not bad. I think it's just specifically on like the metal DPNs at this gauge, like, it's not fun. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this for a little bit more. And if I am just still really, really hating it, I'm going to switch to this and go with that. I thought I had another Patton's Croy yarn in like a black stripe, but I didn't. But I do have this, so I'm like, this could also be fun. But I might just turn this into some socks for my husband, because that would be really fun. But right now I need to focus on the fingerless gloves. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at on Wednesday. The boys took a while to get down. The baby just went down. It's already after 2. And normally he's down by like 1:30. But my toddler actually slept in a little bit today, which was good. And so I let him stay up a little bit later, and it's fine. I'm just going to sit and cozy up and watch some Kirsty Knits and Sews and try and get a chunk done on this. I love my husband. I want to make him the things that he wants and needs. This is not very fun. I found myself daydreaming about post-Christmas when I can cast on all the things that I really want to work on. And by that point it'll be too late to do any more gift knitting stuff for this Christmas, so the pressure is off. Next year, I'm not doing this again. I keep saying that, and then I just get caught up in other stuff and it doesn't happen. But I'm thinking what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start thinking through and planning some stuff for next Christmas and birthdays and everything. Because it's only more challenging because I literally have 5 birthdays and Christmas all within like a month, because my husband's birthday is the first one and then my brother-in-law's birthday is the last one, so it's like a month and 2 days. It's nuts. Well, it's 5 birthdays if you count my birthday, so I guess it doesn't really count. 4 birthdays and Christmas. It's just a lot. And I want to like spoil my husband and make things for him, and I just need to plan it a little bit more in advance. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, I really would love to make it a tradition to give him a pair of socks, of hand-knitted socks for his birthday, St. Nicholas Day, and Christmas every year. So what I'm realizing I need to do is I need to make him socks earlier in the year and then just put them up. And I've always kind of had a hard time with that because I'm like, if I get them done, I want to give them to him. But that's what I need to start doing, is I need to like make socks in like March and then bundle them away, don't talk about them, and then he can have them for those holidays. But anyway, I have hardly any time while the boys are napping, so I'm gonna dive right into this. Hello friends, welcome back. I didn't end up filming really anything the last few days. Life kind of got just a little bit hectic. I've been starting up a new, even more restrictive diet than I have been previously, and just trying to figure out ways to continue to correct and figure out what's going on with my body and sort all of that out. And so starting the new diet has been very, very rough for me. It's been really hard. I already have a kind of funny relationship with food just because of lots of stuff. And it's tricky. It's hard, and I'm doing a lot better now. Just this last week I had a couple of very rough days. It was not very pleasant. But I'm doing a lot better now. Kind of getting there, getting over that like initial really hard phase. But yeah, so today is actually my husband's birthday, which is really exciting. I took the boys to Walmart earlier today and we got some like happy birthday decorations and things. And it's actually really fun because my toddler, my 3-year-old, he's now like starting to pay so much more attention to stuff like that, and he's really aware of it. So I already let him wrap up a little box of Skittles for my husband a few days ago, and I was making sure to tell him, like, you know, Dad can't open it. He can't open it until his birthday. We gotta wait until his birthday. Like, just trying to like teach him the we gotta wait for things. And so then my husband opened it up this morning and he got that, and then I'm about to wrap up some other presents for my husband. I wanted to update you on the fingerless gloves situation. In my last video clip, I was very unsure as to whether or not I was actually going to continue using this yarn for the fingerless gloves. But I did, and I've never knit anything in completely black yarn before. Well, that's not true. I've knit my husband a couple of black socks, a couple pairs of black socks, but it's been a very long time. I think one pair that I did was before I was podcasting regularly or making videos regularly. You really can't see anything, so I have finished all 4 of the fingers. I just have to do the thumb and then weave all the ends in on the first glove. I very quickly came to the realization that it was just not going to happen. I was not going to get it done in time, which is okay. I was a little sad, a little bummed about it, but I realized what I'm going to do instead is, instead of trying to knit him another pair of socks for St. Nicholas Day, I'm going to finish these. I like to do socks because I don't know all the ins and outs of the whole St. Nicholas Day tradition, but one of the things is that you put like chocolates and oranges or whatever in the kids' shoes by the door, and we don't do that, but I like to not reference it, but like hark back to that tradition by doing socks, which, to be fair, I haven't really I don't really have any socks for my toddler, and they don't need any more socks right now. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I like to give my husband socks, but I realized that it would kind of be nice, which actually I'm still planning to give him socks. I'm just not giving him hand-knitted ones. It's fine. So I'm going to try and finish this up. That'll give me another like week and a half or so and try and get those done, because I think that would be really nice. And I really just don't want to wait until Christmas to give them to him, because, you know, it's going to get cold. And then the man gets freezing cold hands and he comes and put them on my neck or whatever, and he's like an ice block. And I'm like, ah! It's not cool, man. But yeah, so I got him some presents. I'm going to show you one of those. I have the socks that I knit, and I'm going to wrap those up. But before that, I have to show you something so exciting. This is so nostalgic for me. I'm ridiculously excited about this. So I ordered this fabric panel off of eBay. You can still find them if you're curious. You can still find them on eBay, and you can even find sets already made up. But I wanted to get the unmade one, because I think that it will make it a little bit more special if I make it, and two, it was a little bit cheaper. So, some of you might be familiar with what this is. It's a nativity set. It's a fabric nativity set, like a pre-printed fabric nativity set. And I believe my mom made this set for us growing up. But we had one of these growing up, all like made up together and stitched. Like you can see that you cut around the lines and you stitch them together, and then you put like cardboard in the bottoms so that they stand up. And we loved these things. We played with them so much. It was such a fun like Christmas tradition, because again, my mom would keep the baby Jesus out until Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning we'd get up and be like, ooh, baby Jesus is here. Like, I'm so insanely excited about this. I'm definitely getting it a little bit late. I should have looked into this probably over the summer, but that's fine. My plan is just to kind of like slowly try to work on it over December as kind of my Advent project, if you will. And if I get it done by Christmas, I get it done. And if not, there's still the 12 days of Christmas all the way until Epiphany on January 6th. So I have until then. And if I don't finish them this year, there's always next year. But I'm just so thrilled about this. I got it for about $20, I think, with shipping and everything off of eBay. So I'm super, super pleased with it. That's kind of what it'll all look like, all stitched up. So excited. Okay, I'm going to quickly show you, I almost forgot. Let me get this out of here too. I'm going to quickly show you the other things that I got for my husband's birthday present. Here we go. So first I got this one, The Frog Who Wanted to See the Sea. And I know nothing about this book. I've never read it or anything, but my husband really, really likes the guy that illustrated it. How do we pronounce that name? Well, I guess he's the guy that wrote it too, but he really likes the illustrations, and so I thought I'd order it for him. And then it's something he can read with our toddler, so I'm going to wrap that up. I got him some silicone wedding rings because he's always losing them, or the kids steal them, or they just disappear. Who knows where. And then I got, this is honestly the one that I'm the most excited about. I ordered this off of Amazon, and it's a building kit for building a bird feeder, an excavator, and like an army truck thing. And my plan is with this, is that, because I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, I didn't want to just get him more stuff that just, it's stuff. Like, I love getting my husband presents. Like, it's so much fun. I love that this time of year I have the excuse to just buy him all kinds of stuff that he wants. I'm buying him all kinds of stuff for Christmas. Not going too crazy, but just a little bit. Like, I like it. I like to give him stuff. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what would be so much fun is if I could find something that I could get for him and my toddler to do together. And my toddler, he loves tools. He loves putting stuff together. He likes taking stuff apart. Like, he loves working on projects. Like, he loves doing that. And if he gets to do something with his dad as a project, oh man, it's the best. So I was looking and I found these. They're these sets. They're about $40 off of Amazon. And they're wood sets that you have to like go through and screw all together to make stuff with it. And I was like, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be amazing. My toddler is going to be so excited about it. And there are a number of different ones that you can get. Like there were some, there's a train and a birdhouse, and is there a dump truck? Yeah, there's a dump truck one. Maybe a tractor one. They only had like 2 or 3 kits on Amazon, but I like this one the best because my son really loves excavators. And if we do the bird feeder, then we can hang the bird feeder outside. Oh, I'm so excited. I think that they're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's something that my husband can do with our toddler. It's like an experience activity thing. So I'm really, really excited about that. I can't wait for them to open it and just... Oh, it's going to be great. Because my plan is to let them, not really let them, but have them do one now and then maybe one in a little bit and save one of them for Christmas Day and do that as like a Christmas Day activity. It's going to be the best. I'm so excited. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get these wrapped, probably watch a knitting podcast, and just try and relax a little bit. We've just kind of had a crazy week. We've had a lot going on, and I'm just going to try and come down from everything, make sure all my ducks are in a row for Thanksgiving. I've got a good bit of Thanksgiving stuff to start working through, and yeah, I think that's about it. So I thought I'd go ahead and close this vlog out here. Thank you so much for watching through it again. I do really appreciate it, and I do love doing these videos. The next one that you see should be a Vlogmas video because I'm planning to film some of the like Thanksgiving and then decorating for Christmas and stuff that we do the day after Thanksgiving, to turn into a vlog for December 1st. So the next one you see should be Vlogmas Day 1. But yeah, I hope that if you're in the United States and you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful, cozy Thanksgiving, and that you get together with family and eat delicious food and just have the best cozy day. So yeah, thank you again for all of the love and support and comments and whatnot that you have done for my channel. I do so appreciate getting to make videos that we can all just talk about knitting and creative stuff together. It is a lot of fun, and it brings me a lot of joy. So I am very grateful for all of you, and yeah, thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.